Welcome to the United States of Tiffany. Our commentary offers a humorous take on wrestling. Please note, we're not bullying or attacking the wrestlers. We're engaging with the choreographed sport and its storylines. Our jokes and observations are about the characters and storylines, not the real people behind them. Tourists and citizens alike, welcome. Enjoy the show, and remember, it's all in good fun.
Hello, dears. Smackdown was very good, wasn't it? Very good indeed. But first, we must pay some dividends. Shout out to everybody who came in early. Keisha, baby girl, it's your first time being top commenter of the day. Hey, Keisha girl. Very happy for you. Keisha, baby girl, is the top commenter of the day. And we have Life with Jay, who is the second top commenter of the day, and Kayla, who is always in the top 5. We love Kayla down because she's always here, and we appreciate you. If you want to shout out and be top commenter of the day, please come in right when I go live, and I will give you a shout out. And later on down the line, when we restart memberships, you guys will get free memberships. Once a month, we will give out a free membership to the top commenter of the day. With that being said, ladies and gents, it's time to get into tonight's Smackdown. And baby, Smackdown was cooking today. Have to give them a round of applause because they did such a good job. The show was eating. It ate down. Yes, it did. Okay. We made cookies and cream. Oh, good for you. Yes, look at Keisha. Keisha getting all the accolades. We love that for her. So let's get into Smackdown, okay? Now, listen. I love when we get a good show and there's really no complaints about how great it really was, okay? Because the show kicked off with our homegirl, Chelsea. Okay, and the reason why it kicked off with our homegirl Chelsea is because Nicholas was coming to announce that Chelsea is injured. Chelsea has a broken orbital bone. That is her eye socket. It is broken. You can see that she is heavily injured. It's bruised and it's bad. So Chelsea was set to relinquish the title today. Now I was going to be on WWE's ass. Okay, because I know goddamn well he was about to make Chelsea relinquish the championship when you had Rhea waiting for months on ends in the bike, chilling, living her best life with the title and didn't announce shit with her. All right. So Chelsea came out there and she talked her shit. She said, now every time something good happens to me, some shit like this happens. And I'm always the one who has to take it on the chin and eat it. I don't never get the opportunity to be able to be champion. And she said, it's not fair. My face is healing. Give me time. Nick said, look, it's out of my hands as a GM. I got to do what I have to do for not only you, but for the company. And she said, that's not fucking fair. And she said, I would think you of all people would understand. Look at what you was able to do at SummerSlam. And he was like, well, that's not really the same thing. And she was like, it's exactly the same fucking thing. You got to do it in front of your kids, with your wife there. You know what it's like to be a champion. Your wife has been champion. You know what it's like. I get the opportunity and now it just gets taken from me. She said, no, no. She said, I am the champion and I'm going to stay the champion until somebody takes this belt away from me. So she handed the belt to Nick, told Nick, I thought you all, of all people, would understand what I'm going through. She walked away. Nicholas came back and Nicholas said, you know what? Chelsea, wait, you right. As the general manager, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I did what I thought was right. But as a man and as a wrestler and as a friend, I'm going to give you an opportunity. You are the women's champion, and I'm going to give you 30 days to heal up and get a face mask and defend your championship. So Chelsea gets to remain champion. We were all cheering. We were all rooting for her because we didn't want that girl to lose her title. We didn't want that. We didn't want that. We love Chelsea. Love her to out. So when Nick gave her the opportunity to be champion again, it seemed like things were finally going in Chelsea's way. Except Gunther came out and decided he wanted to go cussing Nick out because he didn't like the fact that there was somebody else in the match that he was put in. He claimed it was his match. And Nick Aldis is like, listen, if you want to have that conversation, cool. But real talk, bring your ass to my office. You interrupted me in the middle of something else that had nothing to fucking do with you. And he was like, what am I interrupting? This little pissant of a champion? Please, this is beneath me. And she was like, I don't know. You know, you sit up here having temper tantrums every day with your little dick energy. She couldn't say that, but I'm going to say that. And you're sitting up here bitching and complaining every 2 seconds. But she said, listen, the only one in this ring that has a title and that is a champion is me. The only one who went to SummerSlam and actually became a champion in this ring is me. Me. Ism. That was me. Yeah. It definitely wasn't you. So, of course, Gunther got all in her face, and that's when her husband came down there and said, oh, back your ass up. Don't disrespect my wife. And Gunther was like, oh, what you gonna do? Blah, blah, you know. Turned into a match. Gunther ended up winning. Personally, I think Gunther should have lost. He should have lost. Now, Chelsea was still out there. And as Chelsea was out there with her husband, Gunther walks away. Fucking Nia and them comes out there. And for whatever reason, they bullying the girl. I don't know why. But they bullying the girl. They out there talking about I want your championship. You get the championship and you can't even last 5 minutes without getting hurt. And it's just like, Nia, bitch, here's my thing about you. You always complain about everybody else's title reign and what you feel like you deserve. And to be fair, if I'm being honest, yes, you were screwed out of your opportunity at the titles. But both of those times had to do with Jade Cargill and her homegirls. Yet you walk around her to go towards Chelsea when you could have went to the ring during SummerSlam and gave your homegirl an alley so she can get the title. But no, you didn't want to do that. You wanted to make sure you could get the championship. Your ass is selfish. And the weird part about this is you don't need the fucking championship. You having the title is boring, Huey. It's boring. You don't do shit with it. You just walk around talking shit, and then we get 10 minutes of you standing in the ring, screaming how everybody sucks, cussing, and all other things. And it's just not, it's not fun to watch. So at this point, I just want you to either turn on Lash or shut the fuck up. That's what I want. Because right now, what you're doing don't make no sense. I don't see you being champion as anything worthwhile at the moment. And for Lash Legend to be standing next to you and not trying to go after Chelsea herself sounds like batshit bonkers to me. That sounds crazy. Because there be never in a day. You gotta go stop that toilet for a minute. I don't know. Because there be never in a day. I'm not gonna help you become champion, and I ain't had a chance to be champion yet. And your ass done already held this championship before. And now you want it again? Your greedy ass got to go on somewhere. Go on somewhere, bro. Now, this is where I'm mad at Chelsea at. This is where Chelsea pissed me off. You're standing in the ring, and these two big bitches are threatening to hurt you so they can get the title from you. And you're telling me that the only thing you knew how to do was stand there and back up towards the ropes? Not I. Broken eye socket or not, what we not gonna do is threaten harm on me and think I'm just gonna stand there and let you bully me. What your ass should have did was went out of the ring and got a motherfucking chair and had an equalizer. Then when Tiffany brought her ass out there trying to help you, you just stand there screaming. No shade, Chelsea, but typical white woman shit. You got to get your shit together. Because what the fuck? Somebody help, bitch. You go get a chair. Hit Nia in the back of the head with that bitch and knock Lash's ass the fuck out with it. What you mean somebody help? What you mean? Just because your face broke don't mean your legs were. There wasn't nothing wrong with your hands. Girl, love you down, but bitch, you don't have to get some cojones grandes. You're going to have to get it together. Now, shit. Don't make no goddamn sense. I'm screaming, girl, get a chair. Get a sledgehammer. Do something. I just wanted her to help. That's it. That's all. It ain't had nothing to do with her damn eye. Her eye will heal. The girl could have went and got a chair. If you gonna be champion, bitches like that gonna try you every day. You telling me you just gonna stand there while they whoop your ass? Hell no. I don't give a fuck if my eye is swollen shut. What you not about to do is come out there and disrespect me. First of all, talk about you got a history of breaking eyes. No, bitch. But you about to be here having a hospital fucking bill if you keep fucking with me. I don't care where my eye is. My eye could have been hanging off my bike. You understand me? My eye could have been coming out. You not finna intimidate me. You not finna disrespect me. I don't care what the fuck is going on. Don't care. No. Chelsea should have got her ass out that ring and got that motherfucking chair and whipped their ass. All that passion that girl had talking about getting that damn title, that shit left the goddamn station as soon as them two big bitches came in there. And I'm sorry, but if you gonna be champion, you gonna have to deal with a lot of big bitches. Broken eye socket and eye hole. Your ass can see is 1, 2. Okay, I need 2 chair shots. As long as I can keep shooting, hitting these holes with these chair shots, I'm cool. Now listen. I'm happy for Chelsea. I love Chelsea down, but I wanted better for her. I really did. Now let's get through the rest of this, okay? Because we got a lot to cover. JC Jane beat Tiffany Stratton today because Tiffany Stratton's ass went down there to go fight both of these big bitches by herself and then got fucked up for it. And then on top of that, she was out there trying to fight Fallon, Laney, and have a match with JC Jane. And this ended up ultimately costing her the match in the end. So she lost her title to JC Jane. JC Jane and Fatal Influence, they got all the damn titles except for the big one. Now, here's my thing. Here's where we about to go. Jay Cargill, baddies, I need y'all to come to the front. Because let me get this straight. You let Fatal Influence come on the show where you were already a trio on and dominated. You let these three bitches come in, get the tag team titles before you, and get the WWE under the WWE United States Championship too. You let them come in under the radar. You ain't got them together at all. But you backstage talking about some Tater Tot, aka Tatum Paxley, is another victim for you, and this is your show. It don't look that way. It looked like it's Fatal Influence's show. And it looked like you hoes don't care that they got titles and you don't. It looked to me like your priorities are out of order. That's what it looks like to me. And I hate that for you as a fellow black woman. I hate that for you. Because Jay Cargill, I put this on your head because you're the leader. Okay, you are supposed to be the head of the group. Now, if you going after gold, that's your business. But you done lost to Charlotte Flair in a clean match. At least it was supposed to be clean until your homegirls got involved. You done lost. And instead of you understanding that it's time for you to move forward, you keep sticking around in the same bullshit. Don't you get tired of being in the same shit over and over again? Don't you aspire for more? Now tell me how you let a bitch like JC Jane come in and take everything from you. Me, Chin, and B-Fab, you ain't too far behind. You two hoes should have been going after the tag team titles the moment that you and Jay Cargill hooked up. That should have been your goal. Not helping Jay Cargill remain champion. You should have been having your own aspirations. You could do that simultaneously in a group. But y'all done let some bitches from NXT come into your fucking show and take over. And I got a question. I want to know what the fuck you gonna do about it. I want to know what you're gonna do about this big nose bitch coming in here with these two girls and taking y'all shit from y'all. That's what I want to know what you're gonna do. Because you heard what Fatal Influence was doing. They made it very clear how they was gonna move. JC Jane told her, we taking the tag team titles and I'm coming after that US title. And you telling me it didn't click in your brain, maybe we need to, keep an eye on them hoes. No, it didn't. Because girl, priorities. Priorities. Do you hear me? Wow. I'm just trying to understand. You let them come in and take all that shit from you. And you had ample opportunity to get it. Nicole's here. She's happy for JCJ. I figured she was gonna steal it the moment, especially since Chelsea ass was down there. I was like, oh no, she finna lose. And we had a lot of title changes tonight because not only did that y'all homegirl lose her championship, which I'm not mad at it because Tiffany wasn't doing shit no way, but that whole rant was for Jade and the baddies because they needed that. Y'all need to have y'all asses whooped. Y'all need to have y'all asses whooped because your priorities are fucked up. The MFTs are y'all new tag team champions. They are a 2-time tag team champion. Now, don't get me wrong. Love Damien and R-Truth down. But it was about time for them to drop the tag team titles anyway. However, I'm a little disappointed because we didn't get to see Shinsuke and his partner, which I still think is Naraku. We didn't get to see Shinsuke and his new partner pop up. Okay? So I'm hoping that next week they will pop up. I don't know, but Smackdown was cooking on all cylinders. Now, the show was good. The match was good between these three. And ultimately, Tama and Tala was able to best the champions. They did not pin Ivar and Eric. They pinned the tag team champions. So it seems like the duo of R-Truth and Damian Priest are officially going to be done. If I recall, R-Truth had a 1-year contract with WWE, and I think this title run was like his last hurrah before he, goes home and he's done and retires officially. So there's that. I think I had him too long. So there's that. That was it. Eric and Ivar are still the AAA tag team champions. And I'm curious as to what they're going to do about that. But I have a sneaking suspicion that Pedals Del Mal are probably going to end up going after those tag team titles. And that's how they're probably going to get those titles off of those two. But you never know. Damian Priest has vowed that he is going to be showing up in AAA very soon. So shit's popping in AAA. You really got to get into it. Now, this one disappointed me. I had an inkling that this was going to happen, but I didn't expect it to end the way that it ended, okay? This match was cool. Carmelo Hayes was in his hometown, and even in his hometown, Carmelo could not get the dub. This pissed me off to no end because it just seems like every time Carmelo finally gets some traction, somebody else comes into the show and they take everything from Carmelo to give to them. I don't like that. I think that Carmelo Hayes has done enough grunt work and done enough grinding to make himself be undeniable in terms of mic work and in that ring. And I feel like he deserves better than what he's getting. And for you to circumvent him just to give Corbin a time, to me, is not fair. It's not that Baron Corbin can't do the job. Baron Corbin's fine. He's a great villain. No one is, assessing that. But like I said, like you've cut Carmelo off so many times. He hasn't even been able to get to the dance because y'all find some way to finagle it so he doesn't have a title to get there. And it's just disappointing. You give Trick Williams a shaky loss to Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin used the belt with Trick Williams. But you give Baron Corbin a clean win over Carmelo Hayes. I don't like it. I'm sorry. I'm just not a fan. Now, the final two events that happened in this show happened between these four men, and we're going to start off with the first two, Kevin and CM Punk. Now, Kevin and CM Punk's animosity for each other stems from old school Ring of Honor type shit. CM Punk was a brash, loudmouth asshole of a person back then, and Kevin Owens was just as assholey, but he wasn't going to take that shit from CM Punk. And he keeps calling this man fat. This is what irritates my soul. Phil, if I was Kevin, every time you would open your mouth to call me fat, I'm punching you in your shit. I'm knocking your ass smooth out. Do you hear me? Every time you think about the word fat, you would flinch. You hear me? I would have you in here motherfucking dreaming that I punched you in your shit. Every time you thought enough to say, even fix your face to call me fat, I'm knocking your ass smooth out. Because it's low-hanging fruit. And Kevin Owens has been even shittier than you in some instances, so you didn't even have to go there. He has enough material for you to take him out with. But I will say this. There are some similarities between Kevin Owens and Seth freaking Rollins when it comes to CM Punk. And Punk hasn't done his due diligence to make amends to those who he's truly hurt. And this is where CM Punk lacks the capabilities to be an adult, because he continues to double down on his behavior instead of rising above it. Now, it looked like he was going to do that today, but instead he stooped to the bottom and continued to go on to that level to what CM Punk knew he was. He tried to tell Kevin that he was proud of him, that he was a good worker and that, but he then ends it with If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have any of this. And Kevin's like, you think because you were gone that somehow left a hole for me to fill? He said, nah, everything I got because I earned it. And whether you were here or not, I still would have earned it. Well, they went back and forth. Kevin said CM Punk breath stank. CM Punk called him walking endometriosis. I ain't never heard no shit like that before in my life. But this is what I'm saying. I'd have socked him in his shit right then and there. You understand? It would have been me and you. Mano y mano. And I'd have been standing over your ass. Like this is what it looks like to look up at a fat bitch. And not in the pleasurable way. You feel me? Wake your bitch ass up, Lucky Charms. You got work to do, bitch. Anyways, Kevin Owens basically told him, he said, I'm going to kick your ass in Toronto. And then CM Punk said, well, I'm going to kick your fat ass in Toronto. That was the third time he called that man fat in the last couple of minutes. Now, Kevin said that last week, CM Punk called him a fat slob. There was something to that effect. I'm assuming he called him a fat fuck, because that's something that he probably wouldn't repeat. But again, y'all are really gracious. I don't understand why y'all so gracious with each other. That's you real fucking nice. Because you only get one chance to disrespect me. Especially in front of everybody. On national fucking TV. I would have had your fucking neck. I'd have been dragging your ass around that arena by that fucking t-shirt you had on. And everybody would have been trying to help your ass. And I would have had that t-shirt so motherfucking tight, there would have been nothing but the jaws of life to pry it from your neck. Okay? You're not finna disrespect me. You're not finna do that. Speaking of disrespect, Samuel was standing back there as Cody Rhodes made demands that he wanted Randy Orton. And he told Nick, he said, hey, Nick, listen, you heard what happened last week between me and Randy. Where's the fucking match? Where is it? I'm ready to go. Let's do it. He said, well, listen, he not here. I haven't seen him. But when I run into Randy, I have a proposition for both of you. Since we're going to be in Atlanta for Sunday night main event, how about it's Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton in Atlanta? Cody said, perfect. Set it up. Sign it. I'm ready to go. As he leaves, Sammy right there. Sammy like, this is interesting. This is wonderful. Now, a lot of people saying that Sammy is complaining, but I want you to hear, I'm going to paraphrase, but I want you to hear what Sammy said, because Sammy spoke nothing but facts. You can be mad that Sammy is constantly complaining, but what he said is true. Sammy said, oh, it's so convenient how you could just walk up to Nick Aldis and make a demand, and he just snaps his fingers and poof, fairy godmother gives him all of his wonderful wishes. But when I asked for a rematch for my WWE Undisputed Championship, you make me go through the ringer. I have to go through match after match after match to get what I rightfully deserved. So I see how it is. Now, he's not wrong, because that's exactly what happened. It was immediate. As soon as CM Punk became champion, you iced out Sami Zayn as if he was not a former champion. And you bypassed him to give the title shot to Cody Rhodes. Why? Why'd you do that? Only for him to lose at SummerSlam because of Randy Orton. And then you make it so that not only does Sammy have to keep fighting for himself, but you put two other people in his match, making it just as hard for him to get back to the top of the mountain. He's not wrong. He's not wrong. He's telling the truth. Yeah? He's telling the truth. Love Nick down, but it's the goddamn truth. Now, let me see. Please go find something else to do. Thank you. Anyways, so as Cody Rhodes is standing there listening to Sami Zayn berate him, he gets upset. He says, if you have an issue, we can work this out right now. He said, I don't owe you a damn thing. He said, I used to let you have your moment with this banter and shit, tearing me down every 2 seconds. But he said, not anymore. I'm not doing that shit no more. I don't know why I did it. Maybe it was because of our friendship. Maybe it was because I was champion, or maybe it was because I just was, being nice. But at this current moment, I don't give a fuck about none of that. Since you got such a big problem with me, we can solve this shit right now. He was like, oh, convenient. You want to fight me now that my hand is broken. Not to mention, let's keep it real, Sami did go out there at SummerSlam with a broken hand. Keep that in mind, because he tells Nick Aldis, you know what? Since Sami wants to get out his grievances and wants to work everything out, we can do that in the ring tonight. And he was like, I can't. I have a broken hand. Sorry. Sorry, it looks like your grievances are going to have to wait, Cody. I have a broken hand. Yeah, it's broken. Nick was like, well, you wrestled at SummerSlam with a broken hand, so what's the difference? He was like, I'm injured. I'm hurt. He was like, are you? Are you really? Because like I said, you wrestled at SummerSlam. No problem. Wrestled, acted like everything was cool. Bitched a little bit. Shocked emoji face. Oh my God. He said, listen, I'll even sweeten the pot for you. You go out there and you wrestle tonight, and if you win, you get the victor of whoever wins against Kevin Owens and CM Punk. It'll be you. You and whoever. So, of course, Sami had to make the decision. And he made said decision. He decided, I'm going to go out there for the team. I'm going to do it. I'm going to go out there and beat Cody. So, he thought he was going to have a match, but Randy kind of stopped that. Once again, Sami's getting beat down or cut out. This ended up being a brawl between Randy and Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes and Randy were fighting all throughout the arena. The last 7 minutes of the show, it was like at least 7 to 10 minutes of nothing but them two fighting. It ended where Randy had Cody on the top of the table. And this is the part that I want you to pay attention to. Cody was laying on the table in the V of the steps. We've seen this before. This is how he messed Cody up the last time, right? Randall tries to use the chair, but Cody low blows him. Now, I want you to understand the dynamic and what you see in the scene. We see everybody out there. Nick Aldis, all the producers, and some referees. Randy is beating the shit out of Cody, and nobody is stepping towards them to stop Randy from doing anything. Nobody's doing nothing. Once Cody gets the drop on Randy, because he low blows him, stands up, gets the chair, and is getting ready to concerto him in them steel steps, that's when one of the producers jumps on the table and grabs the damn chair. Now I said, wait a goddamn minute. Wait a goddamn minute. You telling me that all of a sudden you know how to jump on the table? You didn't know how to jump on the table 10 minutes ago? Huh? Excuse me, I'm talking to you. You didn't know how to do that? Because you were sure gonna let this motherfucker maim Cody. You were sure gonna let him do that shit. But as soon as Cody get the chair, gotta take the chair. Let Cody go all the way. Let that Homelander come all the way out, because it's coming out. He been cussing people out left and right. He is pissed. And he finna start being pissed with the damn crowd in a minute, and I can't fucking wait. I can't wait. It's time to start cussing motherfuckers out. What do you want?
I talked to Mama, and she said Aaron's not available to cut my hair, but she'll.
I already know about your haircut.
Okay.
Your Uncle Kevin's taking you to get your hair cut tomorrow.
Okay.
Anyways, it goes off with Cody going back after Randy, and then it just cuts off. I'm like, so we don't get to see the rest of the shit? It was such a good show today. They did such a good job today. It was fun today. All of the stories mattered. Everything seemed to be cool. God. It must have, because I didn't see no Paige and Nikki Cup's segment. Didn't want to, if I'm being honest. Not they like cops. She said WWE officials are like the cops. When you need them, they're never around. But we don't want you. You show up and ruin a wet dream. She's not wrong. She's not wrong at all. Anyways, if you miss SmackDown, I say go on YouTube and watch the big clips of SmackDown. Chelsea's speech alone was worth the 2 hours, and the show flowed really nicely. They didn't have super long matches. The matches were in decent time. They had good pacing. All of the matches on the show were really good, including Jacy Jayne and Chelsea's match. That was actually the best match on the show. And even the promos and the confrontations were really good. I think that SmackDown had the better show this week than Raw did. But overall, it was a solid show and it was fun to watch. And if you missed it, please find a way to watch it, because I promise you, you will thoroughly enjoy yourself. The only thing that I missed is that Little Yachty came back today attacking Corbin, and Trick was able to hit Corbin with the trick shot. So I guess they're going to continue this feud and ice out Carmelo Hayes, which really sucks because Carmelo deserves the opportunity, in my opinion, and it's not fair to Carmelo. But whatever, however. Anyways, if I recall, AAA is on today. So if you want to continue to watch wrestling, please do go on over to YouTube and you can watch AAA. It should be on right now. I think it's like an hour in to AAA. AAA's an hour. It's an hour. So they come on tomorrow.
I think so. They come on Saturday.
I thought it came on Fridays.
I don't know.
I haven't watched AAA in a while, so if it come on Saturdays, my bad. You can watch it tomorrow. But anyways, I will see you guys next time. Probably Monday after Monday Night Raw. And I'll do a nice little review of the show. My normal recap on Instagram. And my stuff goes on Facebook now too. So kudos for that. All right. I'll see you guys next week. Thank you so much for watching. Love you down. Bye.
Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe for more wrestling content. Check out our merch and consider becoming a member for exclusive perks, special emojis, and members-only content.